All right, let's jump right into this explainer. If you're running a home service business, you already know the drill. Securing high-quality customers is literally the lifeblood of your operation. But the way we actually get those customers, man, it is shifting dramatically right beneath our feet. We're seeing a massive evolution away from those chaotic bidding wars and a major pivot toward direct, live connections. So we're going to unpack exactly how and why this is happening. Seriously. If you've been buying leads from the major platforms out there, I know for a fact you've asked yourself this exact question. Why am I paying for leads that never turn into actual jobs? It's got to be one of the most common and, frankly, most valid frustrations in the industry right now. You shell out good money for a lead and then crickets. Maybe they just don't answer. Maybe they were just window shopping. Or, worst of all, you find out 5 other companies got the exact same info at the exact same time. It is incredibly frustrating, and honestly, it just burns through your marketing budget with zero return to show for it. But, looking back at where it all started, platforms like HomeAdvisor actually solved a massive, real-world problem when they first hit the scene. Think about it. Homeowners desperately needed contractors they could trust, and local contractors needed more visibility, but without having to drop tens of thousands of dollars on massive marketing campaigns. So originally, buying shared leads was a perfect win-win. It really leveled the playing field for the local pro. But as demand just exploded over the years, the fundamental economics of that model kind of began to break down. Which brings us to the core issue, what we now call the shared lead problem. The biggest complaint from contractors today isn't necessarily the quality of the homeowner. It's the sheer, brutal competition. Let's say you're a roofer, right? A homeowner submits a request online because they have a bad leak. Within literal minutes, that one single request is blasted out to multiple contractors. Suddenly, everyone drops what they're doing and races to the phone. The homeowner is instantly overwhelmed with back-to-back calls, and instead of focusing on actually fixing their roof, you're now just competing against a bunch of other contractors to be the loudest voice in the room. And it gets worse, because you aren't just competing against the roofer down the street anymore. Today, local business owners are basically competing against the machine. You're up against massive companies that have dedicated sales teams, instant automated texting, huge call centers, and now even artificial intelligence dialers. In the shared lead model, the fastest company usually wins the job, not necessarily the best or the most qualified one. It creates a terrible, spammy experience for the homeowner and an exhausting, honestly unwinnable race for you. So the industry is really at a crossroads right now. On one side, you have the deeply frustrating reality of shared leads, multiple buyers, exhausting bidding wars, paying for lost leads, and just unbelievably low conversion rates. But on the flip side, you have exclusive leads. One buyer, a live, real-time connection, and an immediate opportunity to build high trust from the very first hello. Look, today's consumer expects speed, especially in an emergency. If their kitchen is flooding, there's no way they want 6 different contractors blowing up their phone. They want one qualified pro on the line right now.
And that is a perfect segue into one of the fastest-growing models in the entire lead generation space, pay-per-call. Specifically, what we're seeing with platforms like exclusive live calls. Instead of buying a static shared name and phone number that you have to frantically chase down, your business receives a live inbound phone call from a customer actively looking for your exact service. The conversation starts instantly. There's no bidding war, there's no wondering who called the lead first. It is literally just you and a customer who needs your help, on the phone together.
What's genuinely compelling about this model is how it puts you back in the driver's seat. Setting up a pay-per-call campaign is incredibly empowering because you dictate all the terms. You simply choose the specific industries you work in, pinpoint your exact service areas, and then clearly define your budget and the exact schedule you want to receive these calls on. It's your business running completely on your terms. Let's actually pop the hood and see how this works in practice.
When you checked out the main dashboard for exclusive live calls, you can see right away just how transparent the whole system is. Here's a look at a buyer running active campaigns for home services. You've got a roofing campaign clearly showing a bid value of $220 per call. Over on the other side, an HVAC campaign set at $200 per call. You instantly see your credit balance, your daily caps, and exactly what your current setup looks like all at a single glance. No hidden fees, no complicated math, just straight numbers. Drilling down into the actual setup, step 1 is all about routing. You input your target name and, most importantly, your receiving phone number. This is the exact number where those exclusive live calls are going to ring the second a customer reaches out. You can route this directly to your cell phone if you're out hustling in the field, or send it straight to your office dispatcher. Either way, it connects instantly.
You also get this incredibly granular control over your custom coverage area. You aren't forced to buy leads for an entire state if you literally only service one specific city. You can filter by service states, say Florida for example, narrow it down to specific counties like Miami-Dade, and even copy and paste your exact specific zip codes. That means you only get calls from the precise backyards you actually want to work in.
Okay, step 3 is absolutely crucial: precise scheduling. I mean, there is nothing worse than paying for a lead that comes in at 2 a.m. when you're sound asleep, right? Under the working schedule settings, you strictly dictate your availability, say Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and closed on the weekends. By doing this, you are guaranteed to only receive these high-value live calls during your actual functioning business hours when you're awake, alert, and ready to close the deal.
So, the huge takeaway here is the massive financial safety net this model provides. With shared leads, remember, you often pay the moment that lead is delivered, whether you ever actually speak to the person or not. With this pay-per-call model, you only pay for qualified, billable calls based on your campaign's specific rules. There are minimum duration thresholds built right in, meaning if it's a 10-second wrong number, you don't pay. And hey, if a bad call does somehow slip through, there's a clear, easy appeals process. Your marketing budget is finally protected.
And the undeniable proof of that safety net is right there in the call history. The transparency is honestly wild. You see every single inbound call, the duration, the location, and most importantly, the status. You'll see those nice green billable tags for the qualified calls that met the threshold, but right alongside them, you'll see red non-billable tags. Maybe a call only lasted 25 seconds or someone hung up after 15 seconds. The system automatically flagged them as non-billable, meaning the buyer wasn't charged a single dime for a junk call. For contractor ROI, that's a real game changer.
All of this points to a massive shift in mindset that is sweeping across the whole industry right now. For years and years, businesses just asked one basic question: how many leads did I receive today? But as we're seeing, that's just the wrong metric. Today, the smartest companies are asking, how many actual customers did I acquire? Marketing absolutely must be measured by the real revenue it puts directly into your bank account, not just the sheer volume of generic lead notifications blowing up your phone.
Which leads me perfectly to this incredibly powerful takeaway. Evaluate each channel based on profitability, not loyalty. Look, HomeAdvisor and those shared lead models help shape this industry, absolutely, but markets evolve. If a channel is no longer profitable for you, do not stay loyal to it just out of habit. The most successful companies thrive on diversification. They combine their Google Ads, SEO, referrals, and pay-per-call platforms. You have to continually choose the mix that consistently delivers the absolute best return for your business.
So if you're a business owner who is completely over-competing in exhausting bidding wars, and you want a reliable source of exclusive, inbound calls, go check out exclusiveleadcalls.com to explore setting up a campaign. And by the way, they also offer a pretty slick white-label solution for marketing agencies or entrepreneurs who want to bring their own buyers and just let the platform handle all the heavy tech and operations. I'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. If your phone rang right this very second, would you rather it be a shared lead you have to frantically chase down against 5 competitors, or the exact exclusive customer you've been searching for?